Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Miranda Beckman, and I'm this month's class supervisor. Pleasure to introduce the 2017 graduating class, or the July 2017 graduating class. All the way from Burley, Washington, we have Jane Ulrich with guide dog Kira. And from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada, we have Christine Ross and Kylie. From Daytona Beach, Florida, we have Jabril Bowie with guide dog Jack. From Pembroke, Ontario, Canada, we have Daryl Fergosh with guide dog Amos. From the Bronx, New York, we have Eric Rosso with guide dog McAllen. From Sharon, Pennsylvania, we have Don Christie with guide dog Grady. From Bluffton, South Carolina, we have Jerry Cressito with guide dog Yella. From Mackenzie, Tennessee, we have Patrick Deere with guide dog Ernest. From North Massapequa, New York, we have Amanda Baker with guide dog Keith. And from Woodside, New York, we have Angela Vallata and guide dog Hera. This month, we've also had 3 graduates who were trained through our home training program. Now, Guiding Eyes feels very strongly that there is a great need for folks to benefit from the use of guide dogs. However, not everyone is able to come to our Yorktown campus for a period of 3 weeks. So we have a dedicated program that will bring a dog to someone's home area and train them in their home area for whatever those extenuating circumstances may be. And this month, we have 3 home trainings to celebrate. From Orilla, Ontario, Canada, Judy German with guide dog Hamish, trained by Field Representative Maureen Mellett. From Lynn, Massachusetts, we have graduate Pat Hill with guide dog Beacon, trained by our Assistant Director of Training, Graham Buck. And from Little Rock, Arkansas, Rachel Buchanan and Heloise, trained by Director of our Home Training Department, James Gardner. So let's extend a congratulations to those folks as well. At this time, I'd like to invite Thomas Panic, our President and CEO, to the podium.
Yes, good job. Good job. Very nice. Sit. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Thank you so much for coming to celebrate our graduation. This is really the culmination of a lot of hard work of volunteers, donors, students, and staff, all pulling together to make this day happen. And it was 3 weeks ago, class, that we sat in this room together, and I promised you would get here. I said, it's going to be a lot of hard work, but you're going to be here. The next time we have a chance to spend time together, we'll be in this very room. And it has taken a lot of hard work. But it's not possible without everybody coming together. And I'd like to thank a couple of people that have made this day possible, starting with our donors. On behalf of the board of directors, our development committee, and individuals that give to Guiding Eyes to support the work that we do, I'd like to say thank you. Our donors come from all over, and they have a connection to Guiding Eyes and give generously from their pocketbook to help people who are blind achieve independence through the use of a Guiding Eyes dog. So we have two very special graduation sponsors I'd like to thank. And I'd like to start with thanking two individuals that helped to sponsor this graduation, and that's Betty Lee Foley Flynn and Dan Flynn. Please, a warm round of applause for both of them. Betty Lee and Dan are sponsoring graduation in honor of their parents who truly believed in giving back through service, and certainly they continue to do that in their lives. But not only that, but they're also Brood Stud Fosters, and they had Halsa and Evita, who gave us Keith and McAllen, who are in class today, coincidentally, the two of them. Thank you. One tidbit of information, I think it was Halsa, am I correct, Betty Lee, who was raised on campus at a college, yes? And we've got Keith and McAllen, also college-bound, so there you go. I'd like to also thank Jackie and Michael Poritz. Jackie and Michael, thank you so much for your sponsorship of today's graduation. Warm round of applause, please. Also in honor of Henry Schaefer. And at the end of the day, not all of our dogs are cut out to be guide dogs. They have other things that they are born to do and go to other paths, other careers. And one of the things that Jackie and Michael are able to do is they have had 3 release dogs from Guiding Eyes for the Blind, and one of them is a therapy dog. And that's a dog that's serving to help children in psychiatric setting to provide some comfort to those individuals. And so you can see that Guiding Eyes touches so many lives in so many different ways. I'd just like to thank the graduation sponsors for making this happen and providing these wonderfully beautiful dogs up here today for these graduates. So thank you very much for that. Have you ever heard the expression, walk a mile in my shoes? Everybody knows that, right? Well, as president and CEO of Guiding Eyes for the Blind, I get to do a little bit of everything at different points in time. I'm a graduate, so I have a guide dog. I've been through class, just like you, class. I've gotten up early in the morning. I've cleaned up after my dog every day. Not every day, but don't tell the trainers that. And at the end of the day, until you really experience what it's like to walk with a guide dog, you haven't walked a mile in our shoes. And I also haven't walked a mile in the trainer's shoes. Taking these beautiful dogs, getting attached to them, training them. Miranda and her team done an amazing job, and then giving them up to the student and knowing that that bond now has to happen with the students. And that bond is very new for you. You have a new friend only 3 weeks in, but you can imagine what that bond is after 3 years in with your dog. And walking a mile in other people's shoes is what it's all about. So I'm going to challenge everybody here with something, and that is, I want you to walk a mile blind. Take a loved one's arm and go for a walk for 1 mile. Put on a blindfold, close your eyes, whatever you're comfortable with. And sometime in the next month, try it. Walk a mile in our shoes and see what it's like. And then what you'll understand is that just like riding a bicycle, let's say that's like having a cane, you learn certain skills. You learn to balance, you learn the handlebars, you learn to pedal. And that cane gets you so far. It can do something for you to provide you with freedom and independence. But then there's the Guiding Eyes dog. And that dog is like learning how to drive a car. It's that complete freedom and independence that we achieve as people who are blind. And another example of walking a mile in your shoes, the puppy raisers, and Kathy Carey is going to welcome and provide you with your certificates later, is walking a mile in the razor shoes. And I've been walking a mile in your shoes over the past couple of days. I've got 11 puppies at home right now. I know why Maria Lazaro calls them poopies. And I can't tell you how much appreciation I have for what you've done to take that poopy and make them what you see up here today. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'd next like to introduce our Vice President of Training Programs. Kathy was at an event earlier with me today, and she was referred to as the Yoda of training instructors. So 900 years of experience, probably not, but somewhere close. I think she's at 30 years now with us. Thank you so much, Kathy, for all you do to make this happen. Please come to the stage.
Thank you, Tom, and welcome everyone to this very happy occasion. I've had the good fortune to be able to travel the world and visit guide dog schools all over, and we differ in how we train and how we provide our services, but there's one thing that we all agree on, is that a guide dog program would not be successful without a very special, dedicated group of people, and that's our puppy raisers. So I'd like to ask all our puppy raisers to please stand up. You are truly extraordinary people, and you've given a wonderful gift. And I'd like to share a word of thanks from one of our graduates that she shared with me. And she's had several Guiding Eyes dogs. And she writes, "The word thank you just doesn't seem to be enough to show my appreciation for the gift all my puppy raisers have given me. The sacrifices they've made, their ability to open their hearts and homes to this wonderful puppy, and the time that they have given to ensure that I can travel safely every day is absolutely incredible and unforgettable. And this is the gift that you give. And so thank you." She's right. Sometimes thank you doesn't seem enough, but thank you. We are deeply, deeply grateful to all of you. One of the core values at Guiding Eyes for the Blind that is especially meaningful to me is to be in service. As an organization, we are in service. We're in service to the dogs in our care, our students, our graduates, our volunteers, our donors, and to each other. And Miranda, Michelle, Shannon, Deanna, Mary Beth, and Nick, you have embraced fully that attribute this month in working with the students. And thank you for everything you've done to make this class so successful. There are a number of milestones in a guide dog instructor's life, and one of the first milestones is to complete your first class. And so I'm very happy to say Deanna Lentini has just graduated her first class of students, so please stand up. And there will be many more milestones to come yet. And now to the July 2016 graduating class. This is your day. This is really your day. Savor it. Enjoy it. You've all worked really hard for this moment. And when you arrived here 3 weeks ago as students, I can only imagine you came with some anticipation and perhaps a little anxiety as to how this was all going to work out. And here you are 3 weeks later as graduates. Leaving here as graduates. We have truly enjoyed having you here, and on behalf of the entire Guiding Eyes staff, Yorktown, Patterson, and all our remote staff, congratulations, and you're wished many, many years of happiness with your new guide dog. And I'd also just like to add that we have been honored this month by having 2 veterans with us in class. Both Jerry and Don served in the Marine Corps. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for your service. And to everyone who supports us in the great work that we do, we couldn't do this work without you. Thank you. Please enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you, Kathy. At this point, I'd like to introduce the first of our 4 graduate speakers. Jane, can you come join me at the podium here?
just gonna make sure the mics are at the right level. Okay, nice and close. There you go. Oh, okay, now I can't see my, this is my first speech ever publicly, so please bear with me. As my husband's granddad used to say when he first met you in the morning or when you came to his house, he would always say, good afternoon, or good morning this afternoon. And then if it was afternoon, he'd say, good afternoon this morning. He was a man of many talents. I hope that everyone here and at home watching are as excited as I am this day. My name is Jane Ulrich. I'm from Port Orchard, Washington. I was diagnosed with RP in 2008, which was 1 year after a scare of breast cancer. My son was also diagnosed with RP on his exit physical from the Marine Corps. I now have 20 degrees of my peripheral vision left, so I can literally see what's in front of me. I was a pediatric nurse at Marybridge Children's Hospital in Tacoma, Washington. And then 3 years ago, I had to medically retire from the job that I had worked for 27 years, worked in the hospital, and then I ran the Marybridge GI lab. My goal was to work 30 years and then retire. But here is here instead. Losing my job hit me pretty hard. I felt like I had lost a large part of my identity. I really loved my job. I lost my independence. My husband has been with me 365 days a year, 24/7. And I'm sure those of you that are married know you need your time alone. By having Kira by my side, I feel so blessed already. It truly was love at first sight. When Shannon brought Kira to me, I knelt down to her side. She kissed me and turned around and put her back toward me and sat down. It's like, I'm picking you. So it was love at first sight. I would like to thank all of you that are involved with Guiding Eyes from the bottom of my heart for the gift that is the most precious thing to me. You give so many people their guardian on earth, which has already given me a new look on life. There are no words that can express how much Kira in such a short time has impacted my life. Thank you to my husband, Chuck, who's been by my side through all of this, my son, David, and my daughter, Melissa, and all of my family and friends that have supported me through this journey. To my classmates, may these dogs bring you a new look on life as well. And as Granddad used to say, he never said goodbye. He always said, keep the greasy side down for a safe ride home. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thank you, Jane. Our next class speaker is Christine Ross. Here's the podium.
Okay. Is there,
You can put her in there.
okay. Is there a mic here?
Yes, mics are right in front of you. Reach up a little further.
Oh, okay.
There's two. Did you make this envelope?
No, no, no. Thanks. Hi, everyone. My name's Christine Ross, and I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. And like Deanna likes to say, Canada. As my fellow classmate Daryl, I too am Canadian. Although this is my first time in Guiding Eyes for the Blind, Kylie is not my first guide dog, she is my third. Upon returning to Winnipeg tomorrow, Kylie will be joining her fellow guide dogs from Guiding Eyes for the Blind, Topaz, who was home trained in September of 2012, Starry, who has a class of April of 2014, Iverson, who was in this class of April 2017, and Gallagher, who sired a guide dog from this graduating class, was trained in August of 2014. Kylie and I will be the 15th guide dog team in Manitoba from Guiding Eyes for the Blind. No one knows what life challenges will bring. There was a time I thought I would never have the freedom of walking a guide dog by my side, but now Kylie has changed all that for me. With Kylie by my side, I'll have my independence, be more self-assured, and she'll be a great companion. I will no longer be late for appointments. I'll get to places on time. I'll catch my bus on time. And if we so choose, we will walk to our destination. I will put Kylie's targeting skills to great use in finding elevator buttons, audio traffic signal buttons, and bus stops and bus benches, which will come in real handy this winter. With Kylie, I'll no longer be jabbing or jarring myself in the ribs with my white cane as it gets stuck in a crack in the sidewalk. Using Kylie will avoid all this. Well, thank you, Guiding Eyes for the Blind. Thank you to Shannon McGee, Kylie's trainer, and a very big thank you to Kylie's puppy raisers, Patrick and Greg. So watch out, Topaz, Starry, Gallagher, and Iverson. There's a new guide dog in town, and her name is Kylie, and she'll show you guys a thing or two. Like the time in the first week of training, in the pouring rain, without missing a beat and without missing a step, she wiped away raindrops from her eye with her left paw. Now, is that not cute? And is that not Kylie? And perhaps this winter, Kylie and I will take a winter holiday along with her guide dog friends, Topaz, Gallagher, and even perhaps Starry. Thank you very much.
Great job, Christy. Now, this next graduate speaker is Jabrell Bowie. And Jabrell, you're going to take the microphone over there. You're going to come up here. There's two. You get one and Eric gets one?
Yeah.
Okay, Eric, here's one for you. And do you want me to take Jack over to Mary Beth? You want Mary Beth to hold Jack?
Yeah.
Okay, she's going to take it.
Hello. Yeah. How you guys doing today? Today I'm going to do something different. I'm not going to do an actual speech. I am a performing artist, and I kind of want to display how thankful I am in a different manner. Along with my classmate Eric, who's a wonderful beatboxer, by the way. Like, Eric, I'm ready whenever you are. Okay. Check 1 2. Check 2. Check 1 2. Go 1 2. Searching for leaders and guide dogs. 2 feet, 4 paws. Best guidance I ever had. Just me and my yellow lab. Started off with a white cane. Now it's me and my guide dog marching in the rain. Yeah, dodging moving cars and trains. 100% trust, 100% love, no rush. We just trying to keep up. Hold up, great obedience, good deeds. Don't forget the trees, cause we all got needs. Shower them with praise and watch the tail wave. Too brave to be afraid, they're brave, so don't afraid. Yeah, more work and more fun. 2 heads are better than one. Full-time employment, the job is never done. And overtime, we gotta shine. Long days, shorter nights. Jumping in Uber cars and Delta flights. Yeah, all about the team. I got the raps and Eric, he got the beats. Jack got the harness, Macaulay, he got the leash. No ticks, no fleas. Turn right at the corner and turn left at the street. Slow down the doors in the streets, more speed. It's just Marley and me when traveling, bring a list. More kibbles and bits, fruit bags, dog bowls, toys, and dollar bones. Always clean up in public and never leave them alone. Searching for a dog and my family and friends. The training has just stopped, but the guidance has just begun. When I say God, y'all say dogs. God, God,
we're in a great streak here. So I'm going to turn this over to our fourth and final graduate speaker, Daryl Fergosh. Why don't you come join me at the podium? The mic. I'm just going to adjust the mic, Steve, so step a little closer. Okay, there you go.
Okay, I don't know how to follow that. I guess the pressure's on. I'm Daryl Fergosh. I'm from Pembroke, Ontario, Canada. Okay, when I came here on July the 3rd, I became a part of the Guiding Eyes family. Everybody here loves what you're doing, and it shows. Yeah. The trainers for this class, Miranda, Michelle, Shannon, and Deanna, and of course, Mary Beth, MB2, always made sure that every time they told us, it made sense. It was a learning curve, but I feel that we're ready for the next chapter in our life, that of a guide dog team. Amos, my little black lab, will not only guide me when I walk, but he will be there when I run. Thanks to Tom, Ben, Jolene, and especially to Nick, through the running specialist at Guiding Eyes, for the running guides program here at Guiding Eyes. I have been an avid runner for the past 7 years. I've run half and full marathons with sighted guides, but now I will be able to train with my guide dog, Amos. Okay. I was just going to say that I tell people Amos is going to be the fittest dog around. But don't worry, Miranda, I won't overdo it. Okay. And thanks to all the puppy raisers and trainers for your dedication, time, love put into these animals. They're such amazingly smart. Thank you very much.
Thanks, guys. So, as you can tell, this is a fantastic class. These folks come from so many different backgrounds with different experiences, different strengths, different assets, and they've all complemented each other so well throughout the entire class. I've seen folks just so supportive of their fellow classmates, and I appreciate that because this is a very intense program. It's a daunting process, but often in life, those things that are the hardest are the most worth doing. And these folks that you see before you today have overcome so many challenges and obstacles, figuratively and literally. To be sitting here today, I am so pleased that I got to be a small part of your journey. You guys are a wonderful group of folks to work with, and I appreciate all of your hard work and effort. So congratulations to you guys. Before I get too worked up, I am going to invite Kathy Carey, who's our puppy program logistics specialist, to join me up here at the podium.
Thank you, Miranda. Ooh, these are big. So I am not a public speaker either. But on behalf of the Canine Development Center of Guiding Eyes for the Blind, I want to congratulate the graduating class of 2017. Told you I wasn't a public speaker. It is a privilege and an honor to be here to share this day with you. Before I go on, I want to thank a special dog in my life. 12 years ago, I was sitting watching a TV program on Animal Planet, and it just happened to be a Guiding Eyes story about a puppy who went all the way from puppyhood all the way to graduation. And it culminated at this ceremony at graduation day. And by the time I was done watching that program, I was crying. My dog and I were sitting on the couch hugging each other. And we decided right then and there that we had to do this. I ran upstairs and called my husband and said, we have got to do this. Well, my dog and I and my husband are currently raising our 11th puppy for Guiding Eyes. Thank you. Trust me, the pleasure and the poop bags are all ours. But I do have a special memory from my dog Daisy, who recently left us after helping us raise 11 wonderful dogs. So I would also like to thank our team of over 1,400 devoted volunteers, our generous donors, and our dedicated staff who make the journey of a guide dog puppy possible every step of the way. So let's see if I can remember it. We have our brood stud fosterers, our home litter care providers, our early socializers, our home socializers, our puppy sitters, our region coordinators, our kennel volunteers, and our administrative volunteers, both here and in Patterson. We have tour leaders and we have ambassadors. So it really does take a village to raise a puppy. But finally, I want to thank you, puppy raisers, for giving the ultimate gift of raising a potential guide dog. I'd like to take a moment to have everyone who volunteers for Guiding Eyes stand up, and including the people at home, if you're watching from home, please stand up so we can give you all a round of applause. Thank you all so much. And now I'd like to present our puppy raiser certificates and photos. Miranda? Miranda will show us our puppy raiser certificate and photos.
Let me just see if I can do this.
Ta-da. Thank you. So I'd like to ask one member of each puppy raising family to come forward to receive your certificate and photo. Okay. Mary Savitsky and Dave Falkenstein of the Dominion region, who raised Guiding Eyes Amos. The Mooney family from Northern New York, who raised Guiding Eyes Ernest. The Kirkwood family from Central Connecticut, who raised Guiding Eyes Grady. Tanya Cole from Erie, who raised Guiding Eyes Hera. Irene Cucarulo and family from North Carolina, who raised Guiding Eyes Jack. Irene and her family couldn't be with us today. Bethany Reinhardt from Westchester, who raised Guiding Eyes Keith. Janet Newcity from Cleveland West, who raised Guiding Eyes Kira. And Janet couldn't be with us here today. Patrick Wilt and Greg Phillips from Cleveland West, who raised Guiding Eyes Kylie. Brianna Jeffords from Leatherstocking, who raised Guiding Eyes McAllen. Allison Agate from Leatherstocking, who raised Guiding Eyes McAllen. And you could stay up here, I think. Kelsey Elliott, who raised Guiding Eyes McAllen. Kelsey was not able to be here today. Mr. and Mrs. Richard Sheldon from Northern Vermont, who raised Guiding Eyes Yella. Amy Sander from Northern Vermont, raiser of Guiding Eyes Yella. The Sander family from Northern Vermont, who raised Guiding Eyes Yella. And the rest of the Sander family couldn't be with us here today. Okay. From our home training program, the raisers of our home training dogs, who were not able to be here with us today, are Alexandra Defoucault from Erie, New York, raiser of Beacon. Janet Newcity from Cleveland West, raiser of Hamish. And the Boy family from Monroe, raisers of Heloise. So remember, from small beginnings come great things. I'd like to introduce to you our two future guide dogs, Guiding Eyes Rolo and Guiding Eyes Ryan. And the puppies asked me to tell you to please spread the word about our wonderful volunteer opportunities for your friends who love dogs. There's a lot of wonderful volunteers opportunities at both of our campuses. These puppies will be available for autographs down in our canine salon at the end of the hallway after graduation. You have to wait till after graduation, okay? In closing, I would like to quote Helen Keller. Alone we can do so little, and together we can do so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathy. At this time, I'd like to say thank you to my team of instructors. You guys have been a pleasure to work with over the last few months. I've gotten to know your dogs pretty well, but I also get to know you guys a little bit better. And I appreciate all of your hard work. I need to tell you how much I am grateful for all the effort you put in with your dogs, all the time that you spent making sure that the dogs were ready for this group of folks. And I think you've done a spectacular job, and I'm grateful. Michelle, Shannon, Deanna, Mary Beth, and Nick. Nick is our running guide specialist. And, you know, this class, we had 3 students in our running guides program, and that's the most we've had in one single class as of yet. It also was quite a warm class, so that meant Nick was here very early in the morning to take people out running while the temperatures were still appropriate. So I'm grateful for all of your efforts. And at this point, I think we're going to pass out our certificates to the class. So thank you to my team. Thank you to this class. You guys were amazing. All right. So congratulations are in order. Where are we starting, Michelle? All right. We're going to start with Jane. Congratulations, Jane and Kira. Congratulations, Christine and Kylie. Congratulations, Jabril and Jack. Congratulations are in order for Daryl and Amos. Congratulations to Eric and McAllen. Congratulations to Don and Grady. Congratulations to Jerry and Yella. Congratulations to Patrick and Ernest. Congratulations to Amanda and Keith. And congratulations to Angela and Hara. At this time, I'd like to invite Becky Davidson, who's our manager of consumer outreach and graduate support, up to the podium with her guide dog, Lawson.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I have to say that Jabril and Eric managed to get the entire class experience into a 2-minute wrap in the most amazing way. Those of us who have been through a class got it all. That was awesome, you guys. It's definitely unique, and it was awesome. I was thinking, which is always dangerous, about gifts. I've spent too much time in airports lately, I guess. But anyway, so I had time to think. And I was thinking about gifts, and we all give and receive gifts. We all know what that means. But that's a process, that's an action. What I want to just say is that because of all the gifts that are given in order for us to have these guide dogs, we received the gift of independence and freedom. But each of our dogs is not just a gift that we received for our lives. It's a gift in our lives, a gift that we acknowledge and recognize every single day. And so as a graduate of Guiding Eyes for the Blind, as a guide dog user, I am certainly thankful for the gift of Lawson in my life. And I think every one of our graduates could say the same thing about their guide dog. And those of you who, which is most of you in this class, who are first-time guide dog handlers, you will come to understand this very quickly if you haven't already. So I just want to say at this point, thank you to everybody who made these gifts in our lives possible, and just enjoy and appreciate the gifts in your lives because of what you've done. And to my fellow graduates here, you guys are off on a great adventure. This is the first time that I can remember in a long time where we did not have any returning Guiding Eyes graduates in the residential program. Because it's summer and because we had have a number of young folks come in, that's why. That's the primary reason. But I really want to say on behalf of our graduate community, along with everybody else, welcome to the Guiding Eyes family. We welcome you, we're thrilled to have you, and know that you are now always part of our family. You've done a great job. You've worked hard. You've worked through hot weather, rain, humidity, you know, the typical summer stuff that we wait for all winter and then complain when it gets here. But you've done a great job and you're off on a great adventure. Enjoy the journey. Know that you're walking with your family, and just have a great, great time as you leave here, and know that we're here with you. So you guys deserve a big round of applause. Give it to yourselves, and we'll all join you. So it says announcements and closing remarks. That was the closing remarks. Here are the announcements. There's refreshments up in the dining room. If you go out here and turn left and walk down the hall, you'll notice stairs off to your right, about halfway down there. In the meantime, our gift shop is open out here. Our pups are down in the canine salon waiting to give you potographs. If it's not too hot and you want to walk outside, the nature path is available to walk on. Whatever you choose to do, thank you for coming to Guiding Eyes this afternoon. Thank you for being here, and thank you for all you do. Have a great afternoon.
Sorry, Beth. One quick note, I did forget to announce Mary Beth Hetty, who is our fantastic instructor's assistant. This is her first class as the instructor's assistant, and we really couldn't have done it without you. We really did miss you on your days off. Mary Beth, if you'll stand up, we'll be heading a kennel tour in probably about a half hour. So if anyone is interested in going on the kennel tour, Mary Beth is your girl. We will be making announcements throughout the building, so feel free to spread out, go have some refreshments. And if you're interested in going on that kennel tour, Mary Beth will be leaving in probably about a half hour from the lobby area. Thank you all for joining us today. Have a great afternoon.